Hi and a very welcome back to all the students after this long Diwali break. So today we are going to start with a very small topic in your unit of Morphology of Angiosperms. This topic is about bract. So we are going to understand that what is bract and what are its various types, right, that can be identified. So let us very quickly move towards the understanding first of all of what is bracts, right? So bracts are special leaves, right? These are called special leaves, or we can call these as modified leaves, because these are leaves that are having certain special functions, right? And these are different from the leaves that are present on the plant, the foliage leaves that are present on the plant. It is different from that. So bract basically अलग तरह का लीफ होता है जो यूजुअली फ्लावर के नीचे प्रेजेंट होता है, एंड मॉडिफाइड लीफ है, मतलब लीफ का ही एक मॉडिफाइड वर्जन है, राइट? वो अलग इसलिए है क्योंकि उसका अपना खुद का एक अलग फंक्शन है, जो इसका काम कोई फोलिएज लीफ जैसा नहीं होता, नॉर्मल लीफ जैसा नहीं होता, बट हर ब्रैक्ट का अपना एक फंक्शन है, राइट? इसलिए ये स्पेशल काइंड्स ऑफ लीव्स है. So at the axil of bracts, flowers are born. Now at the axil, by axil I mean whatever angle is formed between the branch and the bract is called the axil, right? तो ब्रैक्ट जहाँ से बनता है, जहाँ पे ब्रांच के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, राइट, एंड उन दोनों के बीच में जो एंगल बनता है उसको एक्सिल बोलते हैं. तो एक्सिल किसी का भी हो सकता है. एक्सिल कुड बी बिटवीन अ लीफ एंड अ ब्रांच, लीफ और ब्रांच के बीच में भी एक्सिल हो सकता है, ब्रैक्ट और ब्रांच के बीच में भी एक्सिल हो सकता है, राइट? सो एक्सिल इज दैट एंगल, right, that is formed between two things, right? So at the axil of bracts के axil में flowers are born. So from the axil of bracts flowers start growing, right? Now the main function of bract is to protect flower birds in the young stage, right? So जब birds young होते हैं, right, so they need protection, and for that protection bract serve the purpose. So the main purpose of bract is usually protection, but though we will encounter with various kinds of bract that have other purposes too, so we will look into it soon. But for now you can just keep this thing in common, that bracts are structures that helps in the protection of flower birds when they are young, right? And yeah, these bracts are not always present, right? They are present only in some plants but absent in some plants. Now based on whether bract is present in a plant or not, a flower can be bifurcated into two types, right? So when the bracts are present, right, so these flowers can be called as bracteate flower, right? So whenever bract is present in a flower we call it a bracteate flower, and whenever bract is absent in a flower we call it a ebracteate flower, right? So flower can be bifurcated into bracteate and ebracteate depending upon whether the bract is present in the flower, in the plant, or whether the bract is absent in the flower, or whether the bract is absent in the plant, right? Now we all know this common structure by now. हम सबको पता है कि flower क्या होता है. We have already studied. We know that this is petals. These are called petals. ये petals हैं, right, जो colorful bright structures है. Then these are sepals, इसको sepals बोलते हैं. ये जो बीच वाला reproductive structure है वो female reproductive structure है, that is the pistil, and the surrounding are the male reproductive structure, right? The androecium, the stamens, right, and this is the branch and these are the leaves, right? So what we do not know might be is this structure, that is the bracts. Now you can see that these bracts are leaf like structures. ये leaf जैसे structure है, ये special leaves है जो flowers के नीचे present होते हैं, right? Now these are bracts. Now one more term that we need to understand is bracteole, right? So what is bracteole? That we can understand with this a very simple diagram that is shown here, right? So bract is usually a structure that is present like at the place where branch and or in simple terms we can understand that bract is present at the base of the pedicel. See, this is the stalk or pedicel of the flower and this is the bract. Now you can see that the branch and the bract is forming an angle. This is called the axil, and from this axil the flower grows, right? So this is bract. Now what is bracteole? Bracteoles are like small structures present on the pedicel or stalk of the flower. So from the definition, what we can tell about bracteole is that bracteole are much smaller structures than bract. So this is bract, right? Now bracteoles are those bracts which are present on the pedicel. pedicel के ऊपर जब bract present है और वो बहुत छोटे होते हैं bract की comparison में, तो इसको bracteole बोलते हैं, right? So whenever the bract is present on the pedicel or stalk of the flower, then we call it a bracteole. These are usually smaller in size than bract, right? And bract is the one from the axil of which the flower starts growing. So we need to understand this a very small difference, right? So this is bract and these are bracteole. Now there could be 2 to 4 or many bracteoles present on a flower stalk, right? So these are bracts and these are the bracteoles. Now bracts are also termed as hyposophiles, right? Why are these called hyposophile? Because these are present beneath the sporophyll. Hypo means down, right? So beneath the sporophylls, sporophyll is a word that is used for leaf that has spores present, the reproductive part present, right? So for us this is the sporophyll, because this part, the flower, has the reproductive part, right? Now below this reproductive part, below this sporophyll is present the bract, right? And therefore it is called hyposophile. इसको हाइपोसोफाइल क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि ये स्पोरोफिल के नीचे प्रेजेंट होता है. तो स्पोरोफिल यूजुअली क्या होता है? ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर, ऐसा लीफी स्ट्रक्चर जो स्पोर्स को, रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स को बेयर करता है, राइट? सो दिस फ्लावर, ये जो फ्लावर हम देखते हैं ये हमारे लिए स्पोरोफिल है, राइट? बिकॉज इसमें रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रेजेंट है. सो इस रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर के नीचे ब्रैक्ट्स प्रेजेंट है और इसलिए ब्रैक्ट्स को हाइपोसोफाइल्स भी बोलते हैं. हाइपो मीन्स बिलो, राइट? सो yeah, that is it about bracts. I hope that this basics is clear to you about bract, that a flower that has bracts present is called a bracteate flower. A flower that has bract absent would be called as an ebracteate flower. Then a term that is given to bract is hyposophile, and bracteoles are bracts only, but these are very small structures that are present on the pedicel or stalk of the flower, right? So I hope that bract is clear with you. Now we move towards the understanding of types of bracts, right? So types of bracts are scaly bracts, foliaceous bracts, involucre bracts, petaloid bracts, and spathe bracts, right? So these are the main 5 types of bracts that we are going to understand now one by one. So these are actually easy to understand, and uh, you will understand this um, quite quickly, right? So let us first start with the understanding of leafy or foliaceous bract, right? So as the name suggests, these are like green in color, and because these are leafy, these looks like leaf, right? These are foliaceous. Foliage means leaf. Foliage is a different term for leaf, राइट लीफ का ही दूसरा टर्म है जिसको हम फोलिएज बोलते हैं, तो लीफ को हम फोलिएज भी बोल सकते हैं, और इसलिए इस ब्रैक्ट को लीफी या फोलिएशियस ब्रैक्ट बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये जो ब्रैक्ट्स है ये लीफ की तरह लगते हैं, राइट, ग्रीन होते हैं, ग्रीन इन कलर, सो दीज आर ग्रीन इन कलर एंड दीज रिजेंबल ऑर्डिनरी फोलिएज लीव्स, राइट. सो जो प्लांट में नॉर्मल लीव्स होते हैं उसके जैसे ही लगते हैं और इसलिए इसको लीफी या फोलिएशियस ब्रैक्ट बोलते हैं. सो दे लुक लाइक द नॉर्मल लीव्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट in the plant and therefore these are called as foliaceous bract. Now an example of such kind of bract is Hibiscus rosa chinensis, that we call as the shoe flower, right? So this is shoe flower, the hibiscus plant, and you can see these small green structures that are present below. These are the leafy or foliaceous bract of hibiscus, right? Because these are green in color, so these are called foliaceous bract, though these are very minute, but this looks like leaf, right? And therefore this is called leafy or foliaceous bract. This is hibiscus. Now another example that we need to understand about is Adatoda vasica, right? In Gujarati this is also called ardusi, right? This is a medicinal plant, very useful plant, right? And this is the flower, the inflorescence of the plant, right? So if you notice, these are the flowers, right? This is a spike inflorescence. Now see, this bract chapter you can relate with the chapter of inflorescence because both of these are related. Whenever I'll be talking about bract, you will encounter with the term inflorescence, and you can recall the various kinds of inflorescence that I had made you understand in the previous lectures, right? So this is a spike inflorescence, right? And this green structure that you see is the foliaceous bract or leafy bract. These green structures are the leafy bracts, and this white structures that you see are obviously the flowers of the plant, right? So this looks like foliage. If you see it, looks like foliage. This is leafy, and therefore this is included in the category of foliaceous bract or leafy bract, right? Now some more things that we need to know about the shoe flower plant flower is that this bract that we are talking about, the foliaceous bract of hibiscus, can also be called as apicalyx, right? Why is it called apicalyx? Because calyx is present above this. This is the calyx, right? We know that this green structure is the calyx, and the bract is present just below the calyx, and therefore this can also be called as apicalyx. इसको एपिकेलिक्स इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि केलिक्स जो है, सेपल्स जो है, उसके नीचे ही ये स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट है. तो केलिक्स ऊपर प्रेजेंट है, एपी मीन्स अप, सो केलिक्स इज प्रेजेंट अप एंड दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज प्रेजेंट बिलो, राइट? एंड देयरफॉर दिस इज कॉल्ड एपिकेलिक्स. एंड ऑल्सो दीज आर सेपलॉइड ग्रीन ब्रैक्टियोल्स. सो अगर आप देखो तो ये ब्रैक्टियोल्स के जैसे दिखते हैं. दिस लुक्स लाइक ब्रैक्टियोल्स, वेरी स्मॉल, and but these are sepaloid and green. These looks like sepaloid means these are like sepals. They have an appearance like sepal, the calyx, right? And these are green in color, right? Since these are green in color, these have been included in the category of leafy and foliaceous bract. but these can also be called as apicalyx because these are present below the calyx, and these are sapaloid green bracteoles. These are also referred to as involucre. So शू फ्लावर का जो ब्रैक्ट है जिसको हम foliaceous ब्रैक्ट बोल रहे हैं, these can also be called as involucre bract. Now involucre bract is a separate type of bract that we are going to understand it soon, right? इसके बाद जो हम स्टडी करेंगे वो involucre bract ही होगा, बट इस ब्रैक्ट को इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट भी बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये सर्कुलर एरिया में प्रेजेंट है, और इन्वॉल्यूकर मतलब कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? सो केलिक्स जो है उसके चारों तरफ सर्कल में ये फोलिएशियस ब्रैक्ट प्रेजेंट है, और इसलिए इसको इन्वॉल्यूकर भी बोलते हैं, राइट? सो नेक्स्ट जब हम इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट समझेंगे तो you will understand that what is involucre and why is this called as an involucre. For now you can remember that this has appearance as an involucre, and क्योंकि इसका involucre bract के साथ resemblance है, involucre bract के जैसा दिखता है, तो इसलिए इसको involucre bract भी बोलते हैं, right? So since this looks like involucre bract, these are also called as involucre bracts, sometimes also referred to as involucre bracts. But we are going to next understand about involucre bract, where you will be able to relate between why is this called involucre bract also, and what is its resemblance to the involucre, right? So I hope that leafy or foliaceous bract is clear with you. Since these are green in color and these resemble the ordinary foliage leaves, therefore these are called leafy or foliaceous bracts. Now we move towards the understanding of involucre bract, right? So involucre bract are usually cup shaped structure. तो ब्रैक्ट ऐसा होता है कि फ्लावर के चारों साइड प्रेजेंट होता है और एक कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर बनाता है, इसलिए इसको इनवॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट बोलते हैं, राइट? सो दीज आर ब्रैक्ट्स that are whorls of green bract, right? So green bracts ही होते हैं but whorls में present होते हैं. If you remember what are whorls, I had explained that whorl is like circular pattern of arrangement, right? So these bracts are present in whorls. These are green and these are present at the base of the inflorescence. Inflorescence के base पे present होते हैं, green color के होते हैं, और whorls में मतलब circular pattern में होते हैं, right? So therefore these are called involucre bract, and mostly these bracts are found in capitulum type of inflorescence that is found in Compositae family. Now see, again I am telling that you will every time encounter with the word inflorescence, because involucre type of bract is seen more in capitulum type of inflorescence, right? So if you remember, capitulum was a type of inflorescence in which ray florets and disc florets are present. Two different types of flowers are present, right? That is called capitulum inflorescence, and this type of inflorescence is seen more in the family of Compositae, that is the sunflower family, right? So this inflorescence usually have involucre bract, right? And these but can also be seen in Umbelliferae family. Now Umbelliferae family, if you do not know, are all the the carrot family is the Umbelliferae family, because they have umbel inflorescence, right? So again the inflorescence part is coming. So if you have not cleared what is inflorescence, please go back to the video lecture of inflorescence and understand that what are the various types of inflorescence, and then you will be easily able to relate in here, right? So ये जो involucre bract होता है वो कैपिटुलम टाइप ऑफ इन्फ्लोरेसेंस में देखा जाता है जो कंपोजिटे फैमिली में है, और अम्बेलिफेरी फैमिली में भी देखा जाता है जिसमें अम्बल इन्फ्लोरेसेंस प्रेजेंट होता है, राइट. सो let us understand this with the example of this plant, the sunflower, which is called Helianthus anus, right. So see, you can see the back side of this flower. Okay, let me just zoom it. Yeah, so okay, so if you see the back side of this flower, you can see many leaves, green structure present, right. So we can say that one structure in here is the calyx, right. One structure here is the involucre bract, right. So अगर आप देखो तो ये जो आपको स्ट्रक्चर दिख रहा है, जो कप जैसा स्ट्रक्चर बना रहा है, राइट, दिस इज़ द कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर, राइट. तो आप अगर ध्यान से देखो देन इट लुक्स लाइक अ कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर. दीज आर द इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट्स एंड दीज आर द केलिक्स, राइट. अब ये इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट के अंदर भी एक स्ट्रक्चर, एक और लीफी स्ट्रक्चर है, ये भी ब्रैक्ट्स है. दीज आर ऑल्सो ब्रैक्ट्स, बट दीज आर नॉट involucre bracts. These are the involucre bracts that form cup shaped structure in the Compositae family. This is a sunflower plant. So these are green in structure, but these are forming a cup shaped structure all around the flower, and therefore these are called the involucre bracts, right. Now this kind of arrangement in the Compositae family is also called phyllary, right. Phyllary means the bracts that are fused together at the base. Most of these involucre bracts, they are fused at the base, right, to form a cup shaped structure. This is called phyllary in Compositae family, right. Now the next example that we can understand is about the umbellifery family. This is the Daucus carota plant, that is the carrot plant. Carrot का flower है ये, right. तो उसको Daucus carota भी बोलते हैं, which is a scientific name. Now you can see in here very clearly, ये जो है ये पूरा इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है, अम्बल इन्फ्लोरेसेंस, जो अभी ओपन नहीं हुआ है. दिस हैज़ नॉट ओपनड येट, बट देयरफॉर यू कैन वेरी क्लियरली सी द ब्रैक्ट्स. सी दीज आर द ब्रैक्ट्स, और आप देख सकते हैं कि दिस ब्रैक्ट्स आर फॉर्मिंग अ कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर, right. So this is a cup shaped structure, involucre bract, that is present in the carrot family. Now this is the opened inflorescence, right. And okay, let me just zoom, and you can see that these are the bracts in the opened inflorescence. ओपन जो इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है उसके नीचे आप इस तरीके से ब्रैक्ट देख सकते हो. ये जो है ये इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट है जो एक इन्फ्लोरेसेंस के नीचे प्रेजेंट है, राइट. नाउ देयर इज़ वन अनदर टर्म दैट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज इन्वॉल्यूसेल, राइट. सो व्हाट इज इन्वॉल्यूसेल? इन्वॉल्यूसेल इज द कप शेप ब्रैक्ट प्रेजेंट एट द बेस ऑफ ईच फ्लावर. अब जब हर एक फ्लावर के नीचे प्रेजेंट हो तो उसको इन्वॉल्यूसेल बोलते हैं. इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट क्या था? जब इन्फ्लोरेसेंस के नीचे प्रेजेंट हो तो इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट. सो दिस इज इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट. नाउ व्हाट इज इन्वॉल्यूसेल? जब एक इन्फ्लोरेसेंस में फ्लावर के नीचे भी प्रेजेंट हो तो उसको इन्वॉल्यूसेल बोलते हैं. लेट अस टेक अ लुक इनटू दिस फिगर. ये पूरा इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है, ये इन्वॉल्यूकर ब्रैक्ट है, राइट. और ये जो है हर एक फ्लावर के नीचे भी आप देख सकते हो कि ब्रैक्ट्स प्रेजेंट है, छोटे छोटे ब्रैक्ट्स दिखेंगे, राइट. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड इन्वॉल्यूसेल, राइट. तो व्हेन इट इज़ प्रेजेंट बिलो अ फ्लावर, single flower, it is called involucell, and when it is present below an inflorescence, it is called an involucre bract, right. So I hope that involucre bract is clear with you. These are the cup shaped structures present below the inflorescence or below a flower of usually Compositae family and Umbellifery family, right. So now we move towards the third type of bract, that is the petaloid bract, right? So as the name suggests, we can very easily say that petaloid bracts are bracts that looks like petals, right? And therefore these are brightly colored. We know that the purpose of petals is to attract the insects, and here the bract are brightly colored like petals. They look like petals, right? And therefore these are called petaloid bracts. सो पेटलॉइड ब्रैक्ट्स जो होते हैं उसको हम नेम से ही आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि ये पेटल्स की तरह लगते हैं, राइट? और हमें पता है कि पेटल्स जो है वो ब्राइटली कलर्ड होते हैं, अलग अलग कलर्स के होते हैं, और उनका फंक्शन इंसेक्ट को अट्रैक्ट करना होता है, राइट? सो क्योंकि ये पेटल्स की तरह दिखते हैं तो इनको पेटलॉइड ब्रैक्ट बोलते हैं. इसमें एग्जाम्पल्स है बोगनवेलिया, poinsettias and cornus. These are some of the examples that represent the petaloid bract. These are bougainvillea, poinsettias and cornus. Now बोगनवेलिया, ये जो आप फ्लावर देख रहे हैं ये बोगनवेलिया का प्लांट है. इसको गुजराती में बोगनवेल भी बोलते हैं, राइट? या तो हिंदी में भी बोगनवेल बोलते हैं. So this is the most common plant which you can see in the roadsides, in gardens, right? This is used as a hedge plant, मतलब border plant की तरह भी use करते हैं. दो रोड के बीच में भी इस प्लांट को use करते हैं, right? So this is the structure that you see is the petaloid bract. ये जो पिंक स्ट्रक्चर आप देख रहे हो ये फ्लावर नहीं है, ये ब्रैक्ट है, राइट? जो आपको पेटल जैसा लगता है बट ये पेटल्स नहीं है, ये ब्रैक्ट है. और बीच में जो आप वाइट स्ट्रक्चर देखते हो वो एक्चुअली फ्लावर्स है. सो द स्मॉल वाइट स्ट्रक्चर्स दैट यू सी इन बिटवीन इज द flower, the actual flower of the plant, and the pink structures that you look into, that you can see, are the bracts. Because this looks like petals, because these are colorful, you may assume that this is a petal, but this is not petal, this is a bract, right? Another example that you can look into is poinsettias. This is called Christmas flower. इसको क्रिसमस फ्लावर भी बोलते हैं, राइट? poinsettias जो है, अगर आपको याद हो तो we have already learned this in a kind of inflorescence which is the cyathium inflorescence, right? So अभी यहाँ पे we had already learned that this is the flower, the middle portion is the flower, right? This is the nectar gland that is present, the nectary that is present. This is a cyathium inflorescence, right? This is the flower, right? And this, the red structures that you see are the petal like structures, the leaf like structures, but are brightly red in colors, right? So these are the bracts, the red structures are the bract. इसमें जो रेड कलर के स्ट्रक्चर्स हम देख रहे हैं ये ब्रैक्ट्स है, और मिडल का जो पार्ट है दैट इज़ द एक्चुअल फ्लावर, ये फ्लावर है, राइट? फ्लावर बहुत छोटे हैं, और जो ब्रैक्ट्स है these are actually big in structure and are very brightly colored red, right? These are the bracts. But since this looks like petal, they have color like petal, therefore these are also called petaloid bract. And the third type of example that we took into is cornus flower. This is called dogwood tree. ये एक ट्री का फ्लावर है, इसको डॉगवुड ट्री भी बोलते हैं. तो अगर इसको हम जूम करके देखें तो दिस इज़ द फ्लावर. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, if you look it carefully, you will find that these are the flowers. See, very small flowers, yellow flowers are there. These are the flowers, this is the bud. So this is the whole inflorescence. But the white structures that you see are actually the bracts, right? So these are very beautiful bracts that you can see around the whole flower. Because the flower is very small, so the bract here is large in size, right? So Now, one question might come in your mind that why are these bracts so brightly colored? The answer is that they attract insects. Since these flowers are very small, their petals are very small, right? So, uh, insects will not get attracted to these plants, right? And for these reasons, um, it is important that they have some structures that can attract insects so that pollination can take place, right? And for that purpose, these plants have very large, bright, attractive bracts so that the insects get attracted to the plant, and the purpose of pollination can be fulfilled, राइट ये ब्रैक्ट्स इतने बड़े क्यों हैं, कलरफुल क्यों हैं, उसका रीज़न ये है कि जो फ्लावर है वो बहुत छोटे हैं, फ्लावर के ऑब्वियसली पेटल्स भी बहुत छोटे हैं, इतने कि इट इज़ नॉट एबल टू अट्रैक्ट द इंसेक्ट्स. इंसेक्ट जो है वो हमेशा कलरफुल चीज़ों की तरफ अट्रैक्टेड होते हैं, तो इसलिए इन प्लांट्स में पोलिनेशन कैरी आउट करने के लिए ये जो पेटल्स हैं ये बहुत ये जो ब्रैक्ट्स है ये कलरफुल है, ब्राइट है और साइज़ में बड़े हैं, right? So this is the main purpose, that it has to attract insect for pollination because these have very small flowers, right? So now moving towards the understanding of the fourth type of bract, that is the spathy bract or spathe bract, right? Now these are large, thick and boat shaped bracts these are termed as spathe. अगर आपको याद हो तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड अबाउट द स्पेडिक्स इनफ्लोरेसेंस in the section of inflorescence, right? So I hope you can recall that this yellow structure is the spadix inflorescence and this white structure is the spathe. This spathe is a boat shaped structure. If you see, it is a boat shaped structure. It is very much large than the inflorescence, and this boat shaped structure that we see is the spathe, is called spathe, and this is a bract, right? So the purpose of this bract is to cover the inflorescence either partially or fully. spathe जो है वो एक bract है, इन्फ्लोरेसेंस बीच में है, ये स्पेडिक्स इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है और उसके आसपास जो बोट शेप स्ट्रक्चर आप देखते हो, दिस इज़ द स्पेथ एंड दिस कवर्स फुल पार्ट ऑफ अ स्पेडिक्स इन्फ्लोरेसेंस और पार्शियली. ये जो स्पेडिक्स इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है इसको या तो फुल्ली कवर करता है या तो पार्शियली कवर करता है, राइट? सो कवरिंग इज़ द प्रोटेक्शन इज़ द मेन पर्पज ऑफ दिस ब्रैक्ट, राइट? and this is brightly colored and also it can attract insects, right? Now this spathy bract, it could be green or any colored. So ये जो spathe हम देखते हैं, it could be white in color, it could be green in color, or it could have n number of colors present. There are n number of plants like this that have red, yellow, purple kind of spathe, right? So any color could be present in the spathe. Now there are some examples of spathy bract. This structure that we saw is of arum lily. I had also explained it before when I explained the spadix inflorescence. At that time also I gave this example. Now the next example is of banana. See, banana का जो inflorescence आता है उसमें आप ये जो structure देखते हैं, this is the spathe, the spathy bract. Then very interesting, the maize corn that we know, this is the female reproductive part, right? That gives us the maize corn that we eat. Now this covering that we see is a spathy bract, right? Its purpose is mainly of protection. And this is coconut palm. I had explained that this is a kind of inflorescence which is, this is a compound spadix. ये कंपाउंड स्पेडिक्स इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है और ये जो पीछे आप बोट शेप जो स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं, दिस इज़ अ स्पेथ ब्रैक्ट, राइट? सो दिस इज़ अ compound spadix inflorescence that is having a spathy bract around it. right? So this is mainly for protection. Now this is coconut palm. Like this, most of the palms and most of the um, palms that we know have a spathy bract, right? So there are cases where there are spathy bracts that are like 20 feet long also, right? And therefore these are very much larger in size, huge in structure. The main function, as I said, is of protection. So this is about spathy bract. Now we move towards the very last kind of bract, that is the scaly bract. Now scaly bract, from the word we can understand that this is scale like bract, right? So these are bracts that are scaly, that are like very, might be very minute or thin, but not always minute. Sometimes these would be like larger in size, right? So these are often minute, transparent, colorless, sometimes green colored also. These are the scaly bracts. These are membranous and usually found at the base of the individual florets of capitulum inflorescence. So scaly bracts are usually present in the capitulum inflorescence. So if you remember, capitulum inflorescence have ray florets and disc florets. So at the base of every individual floret, हर एक फ्लोरेट के बेस पे इंडिविजुअल मतलब एक फ्लोरेट के बेस पे इस टाइप का स्केली ब्रैक्ट प्रेजेंट होता है, राइट? This is usually in compositive family, but we can also see this in catkin and cyatium inflorescence. So we can also find these kinds of scaly bracts in catkin and cyatium inflorescence. Now take a look into this. As I told that this is a compositive family, so this bract is present in compositive family. So we need to take a look that this is sunflower plant flower, right? So मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि these are the calyx, this is the involucre bract, but inside भी एक bract green structure आप देख सकते हो. These are the scaly bracts, that is the bract that a single floret has, right? So these are actually green in structure. Now one more example of scaly bract is Humulus lupulus. This is called hop flower और दिस इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड हेम्प फ्लावर, राइट? ये जो फ्लावर है इसमें से बियर बनता है, राइट? इट इज़ वेरी फेमस फॉर बियर प्रोडक्शन. सो दिस इज़ ह्यूमुलस लुप्यूलस flower. This is the female flower. This is called strobile flower. Why is it called strobile flower? Because these are the flowers. Strobile flower means flower that are cone shaped. So this is the cone shaped flower. This is the pistillate flower. Usually जो भी female flower होता है वो usually strobile होता है, cone shaped होता है कुछ plants में. So then we call it strobile flower. This is the pistillate flower, that is the female flower. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये जो plant है इसके male flower और female flower different है. ये plant dioecious है, right? So a single tree might have या तो मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन होगा ट्री में या तो फीमेल फ्लावर होगा ट्री में, राइट? सो दिस इज़ द फीमेल फ्लावर. नाउ ये जो आप स्ट्रक्चर देख रहे हो ये पूरा फ्लावर नहीं है, एक्चुअली दीज आर द ब्रैक्ट्स. सो ये जो आप स्केली स्ट्रक्चर देख रहे हैं जो एक दूसरे को ओवरलैप कर रहा है, राइट? ये मेम्ब्रेनियस है एंड पेपरी है. सो इफ़ यू टच दीज आर लाइक पेपरी ब्रैक्ट्स. So these are the scaly bracts. These are colorless as you can see and these are scaly and papery, right? तो जो फ्लावर है वो एक्चुअली इसके अंदर हर एक ब्रैक्ट के अंदर फ्लावर्स प्रेजेंट है. मतलब ये जो ब्रैक्ट है वो फ्लावर को कवर कर रहा है, राइट? सो द फ्लावर इज एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट एट द इनसाइड ऑफ द ब्रैक्ट, base of the bract inside, and so you cannot see the flower, but that structure that you see is the scaly bract of Humulus lupulus. And this is because of this bract that this cone shaped structure is formed. ब्रैक्ट की वजह से ये cone shaped structure बनता है, right? So this is therefore called strobile flower, where strobile is usually concerned with the term of strobilus, right? So yeah, so this is Humulus lupulus having scaly bract, and this plant is used in the production of beer, right? And these bracts that you see are the persistent bract. persistent bracts मतलब ये bracts जो है वो लंबे समय तक रहेंगे. Bracts can also be deciduous or it could be persistent. So when the bracts are deciduous, by deciduous we mean that they will drop off at an early stage, right? Like deciduous trees have leaves that fall off at a certain season, right? And then they have new leaves. Similarly, these scaly bract of Humulus lupulus, they are persistent bract. Actually they are not deciduous. They will not drop off early. They will remain here in the plant for a longer time, rather than there are certain bracts that are deciduous, right? So when these bracts are deciduous, so that means that the bract will fall off or drop off at an early stage. तो bracts जब गिर जाते हैं अर्ली स्टेज में तो उसको डेसिडियस ब्रैक्ट बोलते हैं. एंड वही ब्रैक्ट, और जब ब्रैक्ट्स ऐसे होते हैं जो ट्री में या प्लांट में या फ्लावर में लॉन्गर टाइम तक रहते हैं, तो वी कॉल इट persistent ब्रैक्ट. सो दीज ब्रैक्ट ऑफ Humulus lupulus are persistent bracts, right? So these are the 5 main types of bracts that you need to know, right? But there are certain other terms that like glumes, palais, right? If you remember, the Gramini family has this what we call the 3 structures that we have seen in its inflorescence. These are the glume, the palais, and one more thing, right? So these 3 structures that are present, these are nothing but bracts. So the glume is called the glumaceous bract, right? Then there is palais, which is also a bract, and there is one more a name that I am not remembering, that is also a bract. You can go back to the inflorescence part and identify. But all of these are bracts, and the main 5 types of bracts that I have explained is what you have to remember, right? So yeah, that is it. With this we come to the end of the session, and if you find the video lecture useful, please do subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubt you can ask me at any time, right? Thank you.